Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A all about our recent vacation to Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic. I asked you guys what questions you had about our experience at this all-inclusive resort or the travel agent we used. How did you find your travel agent and how the heck is it free? Great question. I had no idea that travel agents were free. I listened to this podcast called Scrubbing In. What's so great about it is that they have like an amazing community. They have a Facebook group. It's popping. It's always popping. Just one day I saw this girl post asking for vacation recommendations, and then somebody commented and shared about Raven, which is our travel agent. They said that they went on a vacation that she helped them book and it was incredible, and they said that it was free, and I was like, what? I'm very confused. I reached out to her and that's how it happened. I don't know how all travel agencies work and how everything works. I can only share about like this personal experience. What I think happens is she works for a travel agency. It's called Dreams Vacation. So you can contact like any of their travel agents. The company works with certain resorts where then they will give that travel agent, like they probably get a discount and then they give that travel agent just commission off of it, basically, with how many vacations they book. Second question, can you use them if you are loyal to a certain airline or you want to choose a specific airline? Yes, you definitely can. You do not have to book your flights with them at all. That was something that I just chose to do because it was easier. I went online and I double checked what flights were available and that she was giving me the best options, the cheapest options, and just the flight times that we wanted. Our flight actually did get canceled, the first one that she booked. So we had to book another one pretty much really close to our trip because we originally booked this like almost a year ago. And then we had to pay an extra $139 per person for these new flights. So things like that can happen, obviously, but that just happens in general when you're traveling. But it was so nice having somebody book our flights. Like, we didn't do anything, but then I just got to log into the United app, put in our information, choose our seats and everything, but it was just already booked. Next, we have a breakdown of the costs. So this will be slightly different, I'm sure. As we know, prices go up, and unfortunately, prices for us specifically went up because it took us so long to choose. They literally went up $1,000. So that's just something to keep in mind. I think when you're working with these type of people, you do want to book it fast when they give you pricing because things can always change, and as we know, inflation has been freaking insane the last few years. So like I mentioned, we did have to pay an extra $139 per person for that change of flight. The total for everything: 5 nights at the resort, flights for 2 people both ways. We got an ocean view room with a king bed. We got insurance for all of our travels in case something happened, we could get our money back. We got the preferred club at Secrets Punta Cana, which I would highly recommend that you do. The preferred club is just definitely worth it. You get access to a separate pool. You also get access to another restaurant and like a section of the beach. And they just honestly treat you just nicer. It literally feels like you're a celebrity when you're there, and you can tell that they do that more so with the preferred club members. You also get a butler assigned to you. We had Enrique and he was incredible. He set up rose petals on our bed. He made sure that we were at the beach. There's just so many things that they do that's like top-notch service that I've just never experienced before. This price also included the private transfer from the airport to the resort, which is good because if you're in a new country, it can be scary. Sometimes you don't know what the heck you're doing of getting to the actual resort. So it was nice to have that just all set up. We just got off the plane. She gave me detailed instructions of where to go, who to find, and they put us in a car and we got to the resort very safely. The total for everything was $5,030. I think that's well worth it for everything that it includes, and it did go up literally $1,000 because we didn't book it in time. The resort was supposed to be only $3,000, and then it turned out the resort was more like $4,000, and then our flights on top of that. They do like payment plans. So we booked this almost a year ago. We didn't have to fully pay it off until November. You have a lot of time to be able to pay it off and to make payments, which is something that you wouldn't really be able to do if you were just booking the vacation on your own, unless you just put it on a credit card. Did the resort offer excursions that you can book, and how much did the price ranges range? Yes, there were a lot of excursions. We could either book excursions with the company, like the private transfer car company that took us to the resort, or straight at the resort. We decided to do it through the resort, and that's what our travel agent suggested to us too. We met up with like the concierge person, and he basically went over everything that they offer. There's snorkeling, swimming with dolphins, there's freaking monkey. You can go like in more into the town and learn about like the actual residents who live there, the businesses that they have. You can try the coffee. There's a lot of different snorkeling opportunities. There's like a party boat you can take out to snorkel versus the one that we ended up doing, which I think was $150 per person. It was like a 5 or 6 hour experience where they took us out on a boat. It's like this platform in the middle of the ocean, basically. We got like 3 or 4 hours there, which honestly was kind of a long time for me, but Cameron loved it. Stingrays there with their stingers out that you can snorkel with, and also nurse sharks, which was so cool. And then just a lot of reefs and fish. Like there was just schools of fish everywhere, which was really cool to get to see. Have those like power snorkel things. Cameron liked doing that, so you like hold on to it and it like scoots you through the water. It also included a 25-minute massage, which was so nice. Got to pick like what kind of massage that you wanted. I picked my head and my neck. It was so nice. They also included food. They had some like sandwiches, chips, salsa, drinks, smoothies. They also have those like not beds, but like those like I don't know what to call it, like those nets in the middle of the ocean where you can just like lay on it. I've just never experienced warm ocean water, so it was very nice to be able to experience that. Definitely have a lot of different excursion opportunities that you can do if you're not into that. The next question was, what kind of entertainment did they offer at the resort if you don't want to leave? There is a lot. Like honestly, I would probably not do the excursion next time because there's just so much to do at the resort. Every morning, Enrique would send us a text with all the activities happening that day. There's beach volleyball at noon. There's water aerobics at 9:30. They're making macrame on the beach at 10. Then there was also like performers at the pool. You could see a whole schedule throughout the day. There was always something going on. They have a nightclub, but that is currently closed. I'm not sure if it's getting remodeled or something, but they did have like, it's like a club where they would have performers come in. While we were there, they had like the Blues Brothers, obviously not actually them, but like people who did the Blues Brothers. They had Queen, which was so fun. We did go to the Queen show. It was like a little Dominican Freddie Mercury, and he was so cute. Was food and drink the only stuff included, or were resort activities as well? So all of those activities that I just mentioned are included. Even tipping was included in the price. The only thing that's not included is like extra tipping. We brought a lot of 1s and 5s to give to like our butler or bartenders who are really good. Other than that, everything is all included. Like it literally felt so weird to eat at restaurants and then you just leave. It felt like full dining and dashing. However, pro tip, I forgot to bring sunscreen on the trip, so I had to buy sunscreen at their little store thing. They have a store where you can get a bunch of stuff if you do forget anything. I spent $75 on this freaking sunscreen on 2 bottles. Try not to forget anything because they will obviously jack up those prices. Do these things exist for single people who don't want the pressure of like a singles retreat? Yes, you can absolutely go here or to any of these all-inclusive resorts while you're single. The one that we went to was an adults only resort, so there was a lot of couples, but there was also a lot of like families. There was a lot of like friend groups, especially older people. There was a lot of friend groups. I don't think it's weird to be single at one of these places. Honestly, it would be fun by yourself. You'll be able to go around, do whatever the heck you want to, whenever you want to. Where do they book trips to? Can you do anywhere? Is it just all inclusive? Does she do weddings? All of these types of things. Raven, the travel agent that we used, feel free to email her and she will kind of help you with anything you need. She is having her first baby soon, which is so exciting, but that does mean she's kind of scaling back her work. She is going to be solely focusing on more the Caribbean area. There are so many travel agents out there though for whatever kind of trip that you're thinking that are free. So definitely just research and look things up. I know next time that I go to Disneyland, I'm definitely getting a travel agent. It's just gonna be something that I'm gonna look into more anytime I go on a trip. Sure, that almost anywhere that you'd want to go, there's a travel agent that can probably help you with it. The way it worked with Raven is basically I talked to her, I let her know that we didn't want to go to Mexico because we went to Mexico all the time growing up. We also wanted a lot of food. We care about food a lot, so we wanted somewhere that had a lot of food options and restaurants. We picked one that has 9 restaurants on the property, which was so amazing because there was just something always, like a buffet, room service, all of that. So when you work with the travel agent, you get to kind of talk with them and tell them what you want, what you're thinking, and they'll help you pick the perfect place that fits those needs for you. I'll tag Raven, our travel agent, in this video, and you can reach out to her, but just be aware that she is kind of scaling back things at the moment. It was so much fun, and I'm so glad that we had this opportunity and that we chose to do this and spend our money on this year and celebrate our engagement and being together for 5 whole years. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.